Yes, 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 yes. What's going on? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It is Trot Wham on Twitter, Who-Bangin Sports Talk, YouTube page. And yes, this is the NFL Week 12, the script. I am your host. Like I said, it Trot Wham on Twitter. Gotta make sure I send out to my co-host, bro. I forgot to send. I always be forgetting to send LJ the link, bro. I'm sorry, LJ. Bro, I'm not trying to start the show without you, bro. I just always forget to send my boy the link. He always coming in. I know he gonna come in. I always forget to send him the link. I just sent the link. Don't even worry about it, bro. I'm not gonna start too much without you. And yeah, man. We got a lot to talk about though, man. So I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good, feeling great. Um, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. Let me make sure I do my due diligence here. Come on, man. Come on, Walter. Yeah, let me do my due diligence here. And geez, Louise. All right, dude, that's like crazy. I couldn't get that to work. All right, so so we got a few games in the early spot. Obviously, there's already been what 4 games so far in this week 12. Nothing really to recap. I did have money on the San Francisco -7 before pregame. There, I didn't tweet that out though. I don't think I tweeted that out. So ain't nothing really we could talk about there. Any of that stuff. As far as the game yesterday, I didn't even find that game or watch that game at all. Not even yesterday, but on Friday, I didn't watch that game at all. I was locked in with NBA, uh, so I wasn't locked in doing anything there. But today we have some really, really interesting divisional games. Um, Games that I'm really excited on, games that I'm very interested in putting money in, the pot, putting my money where my mouth is. Well, I already got my money in some of these spots, future wise. So we will talk about that once my guy LJ come in here because it is a part of the segment where me and LJ talk about both of our teams, and both of our teams are in interdivision playoff hunts. Very interesting. Very interesting stuff. So I gotta pull that up. Let me AFC. I gotta do AFC South standings and NFC because it's all the South. We all in the South. AFC, NFC, we South. It don't matter. This is a really interesting game for CJ Stroud going up against the leading division Jaguars. They're 4-0 on the right way too. They're 4-0 on the road. Can't wait to talk about that game with LJ. We're gonna break that game down. Some other games in here that I'm really interested in talking about. I do want to talk about that Tampa Bay Indianapolis game because I honestly think that the Tampa Bay Bucks I think they're gonna be kind of weak up in there. And I'm not doing the spaces today, y'all. I was a little late to the party, bro. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna let the homie slide in here. We're gonna get it up, do it up, and we're gonna be out of here. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. All right, so yeah, so I guess I could start off with the games that I don't have where I could just pretty much warm y'all up with, you feel me? Because I don't really have no real strong opinion on any of these games, but I do have these games looked at here a little bit. So we could talk about this Carolina game. Carolina game against the Tennessee Titans. Injury report, injuries, which is new IR spots that they added yesterday. Even J.C. Horn just recently was diagnosed with a hamstring injury. He's going to be on IR. We already knew he was hurt and all that good shit. I mean, it's from the jump. So that was what it is. CJ Henderson as well. He was he's labeled out in this game due to concussion. He's been out over the last few games, haven't been able to get back. So that's caused for a lot of concern there with them. It's already a concern with their secondary, but the Carolina Panthers, yeah, that's kind of like it is what it is right now. That's kind of all bad. I can only imagine what type of team is going to be out there with how exhausted their defense is going to be today, just based off a few of these, just based off of what is going on. But those guys already been out, so it is what it is there. But going in, there's just the news. Also, I think another IR guy was one of the linebackers was like a late IR and a safety. Yeah, Jeremy Chin. Jeremy Chin was labeled IR, and they just keep getting hit on the defense. Um, as far as people that's coming back, obviously Bryce Young, thigh injury, he's gonna be playing. It is what it is there. They are gonna get a safety Sam Franklin back, but they already have like starters that's going out. It's all bad with them, bro. So I'm gonna just stay away from that part because they already have some guys that's already out. I'm gonna leave it like this pretty big injury report. Um Key injuries for Tennessee. Obviously, I think the first person I think about Traylon Burks is out with the concussion. Chris Hubbard, the offensive lineman, that was a big news there as well. He got bicep, I think tear or something. Yeah, yeah, it looked like a bicep tear. So he's going to be listed on the IR as of yesterday. That was big news as well. Derrick Henry is obviously probable, and Ryan Tannehill looks like he's going to be able to play here as well. So he's going to be able to play in there. So you're going to get Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill there, and the only guy that's out, Traylon Burks is one of those dudes that's out. That's a big one. Terrell Edmonds as well, the safety. He's got questions. I think he's gonna be looked in, though I'm not sure. All right, and that's it. Yeah, 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 that's it. And then Will Levis, expected to be active today, despite his ankle swell. So he's going to be active as well. So I think they're going to have Tannehill in there locked in. So it's going to be Tannehill in here. And you thinking about this? I just think, man, this team is probably going to get smoked. I think that this Carolina team is going to get smoked, bro. Tennessee needs a win pretty strongly. Not even just like because they lost the last three. Just they're supposed to be a better team. They're supposed to be a better team than this Carolina Panthers. This Carolina Panthers team is tanking still. They out here just big tanking. I don't know if there's a pass on Bryce Young or not. I don't even know if it's his fault. They already started the year with one of the worst offensive line, pass protections, and all that shit. So you got to look at everything else from there. Shout out to my boy G5 up in this motherfucker, man. Thank you, bro. Reminding everybody to hit the like button and subscribe, and also hit the notifications because I just hit, live like randomly. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. We do it like that, and yeah, man, we are definitely up in here. We are definitely live. And I'm kind of waiting on my boy LJ. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of waiting on my boy LJ. I don't even know if he up right now. I ain't gonna lie. He might not even be able to slide through. You know what I'm saying? He might not even be able to slide through, bro. Nah, I think he may be doing his own show right now. Actually, I think LJ is doing his own show. And matter of fact, I got the link to his show right here. I'm gonna drop that in the chat because that's my dog. You feel me? I'm gonna drop the homie shit up in here in the chat. Not just because and honestly I think I did do that wrong, bro. Let me I could block myself, bro. That'd have been funny if I just blocked myself. All right, that link ain't gonna work, bro. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking there. That's crazy. Doing it from StreamYard. Jeez. All right. All right. So yeah, in this game though, I can only see Tennessee whooping on them, man. That's the way I'm thinking here. As far as this team don't necessarily play each other as much, so we don't have a big enough sample size. I think they only even played each other. This is a new team as well, Carolina. And the fact that they don't play each other in the divisions or anything like that, or even in the conference, you're not going to necessarily see them play each other as much. So they only had 6 meetings, and, it's pretty much split down the middle. So, yeah, it is what it is. I feel like if you're really looking at the actual game log, both of these last wins came in week 8. They beat Atlanta as far as Tennessee, and they barely beat them there. And Houston was on the other side of that Carolina, and that honestly that was a bad spot for Houston in my opinion because I think everyone was riding the CJ Stroud hype to the most part that they just walked in here thinking that they're going to win this game, and I knew when things become too famous, you kind of you got to back away from it. And me and LJ actually talked about that game back on week 8 when it was Carolina. And me and him felt the same thing. And I remember I had the game capped a little bit earlier. But yeah, shout out to my dog LJ. He is in here as well, man. Shout out to the dog LJ. And LJ, if you are ready, man, just put your thumb, you know what I'm saying? Give your boy a little something. You good to go. And I do think I got him in here, but before I add him in here, let me slide the actual fucking what you call it, man, because I know I fucked the shit up last time. And I didn't do it this time. My boy LJ from H Town. Man, how you feeling this bro? This beautiful morning, man.
Man, I'm great, man. Can y'all hear me? Audio okay?
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure. I think I got my audio. I got my audio mixed up, bro. That's crazy. All right, I'm good to go now. I can hear you though. You
You can hear
straight?
me?
Yeah, you straight.
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. Another Sunday morning, looking to get some money in this football, man. Got a big game today, Jacksonville to Texans, divisional game. This could be, if we beat Jacksonville, we'd be in control of the division for the most part. So let's see if we can pull it out today, man.
Nah, I think I think that's what I was mentioning as well. Both of us, it's so script. This is called the script, y'all. It is not a coincidence that we've been talking about the same two teams throughout these weeks. And it just so happened that on week 12, we're lining up in playoff contention matchups. We're going up against both leading in our divisions, and we're one game back of
Yep.
both of these teams being able to win the actual matchup here. And I really love this situation for both of us. And I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie to y'all. You may you may get some bias here. I'm not gonna lie. You might get some bias here because I'm following the Texans just as much as we following the Falcons, man. I'm following the Texans, and I'm sure you're gonna get some bias here. Just this is what it is. And I told y'all motherfuckers was gonna happen last week, and I told y'all what was gonna happen last week, and I'm gonna tell y'all again what's gonna happen this week, and it's all good. So I'm actually excited about starting off like right there. Let's talk about your team first. Both of these are morning games too, bro. And I
hmm
haven't made a bet in either one, but I have such a strong opinion in both. And I honestly I'm going to parlay both of these two. I'm not going to cap with y'all. I know where I'm going here. We've been
There
talking
you
about this
go.
shit all year. We've been talking about it all year. Come on, y'all. Don't even worry about it now. Don't be scared now. If you get scared, church service may have ended for you in the East Coast, but it starts in the West Coast soon. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go to church if you're scared. All right, so I'm gonna go with my dog LJ. Man, this is the divisional game. Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a pick'em. This is damn near a pick'em. Damn near. They're actually laying -1, 1.5 with Jacksonville. They're on the road. You know,
mm,
you're looking at this team in the Jacksonville Jaguars as a away team. They're 3-0. They covered 3 straight times. As a favorite, they're 5-1 ATS. They've been holding it down as a favorite on the road with equal rest, 6-2 in that spot. It's just been one of those things. And in the division, 3-1, they've been doing their thing. But now you got to talk about what they defense has been doing, and then opposed to what you expect from the offense on the other side. And now the defense is ranked, I believe they're 11th in points per game to opponents, giving up 20 points per game, and their opponents per yards is ranked 20th in that actual regard, and then also yards per play. opponents' yards per player. 5.5. That's ranked 26. So they had some pretty suspect defense. They got a defense that you may look and be like, they got a good defense. They're number 2 in third down conversion and yada yada. They pretty damn solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at the Jaguars defense, you're gonna think they solid. And I'm not gonna lie to you. They're eighth in red zone defense and all that good shit. And I think that's where we're gonna. I think this is only reason why I give them a small edge to this team. It's all on paper. You know what I mean? It's all based off of what they got on the other side, based off of players, just because they haven't proved that much yet up to this point. But I'm not gonna lie to you, both of these teams look like the same team to me. I just feel like the upside is way more superior on the Texans side than it is for the Jaguars. We know that the ceiling is pretty much, we haven't even seen the ceiling from CJ Stroud yet. I think we've seen the best from damn Trevor Lawrence. I think we've seen the best from a lot of these players over here on Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think today you're gonna see some of that ceiling in this game. And you're gonna be like, well, goddamn, like he can't do that too. And I don't think we're gonna be able to see him do this as well. So I'm gonna go all the way in here, man. My dog G5 up in the chat. He already know what I'm going with the next game we're gonna talk about. You already know. You already know what's going on, G5. Don't even worry about it, bro. We gonna parlay though. We're gonna take Houston Texans money line as well. And I'm telling you, this is the reason why. It is not a coincidence. I'm telling y'all, I don't even have the script. But it's not a coincidence that we've been talking about these two teams every week. And we get to the week 12. Both
Yeah.
of these teams are in interdivision matchups with high to the ceiling high playoff implications. Let's not play with it, y'all. I'm on the Houston Texans. I'm telling y'all, it might be a little biased today. But I'm on the Houston Texans money line. CJ Stroud, he does it again. He ruins the trajectory of another team. You seen what he did last week? I told y'all he's going to win that game, and now they're going to give you excuses about Joe. What did they excuses? They ain't going to give you the same excuses for Trevor Lawrence. Maybe they might because they did win. They'll go to the playoffs last week. So last year. So they might. They did overachieve a little bit last year, so they might give them. But hey, playoff me up, man. Houston Texans. It gets real after this week, and I believe Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be on the backside of that pause. Give me the Houston Texans, man. No worry about it. I already know you're going to LJ. I see what you got on, man. Talk to these people, man. Am I wrong or what, bro?
No, you're not wrong, Cam. All the numbers point to the Texans winning this game, man. I got them winning 26-22. But you know what I'm saying? It's a contrast to trends. Jacksonville 2-0 as a road favorite, 7-3 against the spread overall, 3-0 like you just mentioned on the road. Texans though, 4-0 in their last 4 home games, 2-0 as a home dog. So I believe the Texans will win the game, well, but I didn't take the Texans for a game. I took the Texans in the first half simply because they're 8-2 against the spread in the first half. So I believe they're gonna keep it close. I'm hoping that they jump on Jacksonville early so Jacksonville can play from behind because I want to see Trevor Lawrence try to play with some adversity instead of just having the lead because his defense can hold him down because they have the most takeaways. I believe it's 18 takeaways so far. So whoever wins this game is going to win the turnover battle. Plain and simple. Nothing else needs to be said. If you don't turn the ball over, you win the game. And I believe it's going to come into play today. So, first half, I took the Texans just because they have been cashing for me in the first half. And I may take a small sprinkle on the money line because I have faith that they will win this game today and put Jacksonville, like you say, back down to where they need to be. So, I'm right there with you, Will. Texas,
I
baby.
like that. I like that a lot. I like that. And honestly, Razor is right. Shout out to all the people in the chat. I'm going to get right to y'all, but Razor brings up a great point, and this is freaking fire too, because I was just mentioning the time we was in line against going against this team was against the Panthers, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody hated the Panthers. It was famous to back CJ Stroud. Of course, it can be famous today. It can make it it can be famous today, but there's not going to be that type of action in this game. I don't think. I don't think that we're going to see. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look at the money or anything. I don't know. It's not a crystal ball right here or anything, but it does smell a little fishy. But I don't think it's as fishy. It's not as fishy as that damn matchup because that was
Mhm.
definitely you could see it kind of clear that hey, maybe you don't want to take the Texans here. Maybe CJ Stroud is a rookie going up against another rookie. They could be kind of compared here. In this case, I don't think so. But I ain't gonna lie. I don't like that my boy LJ ain't on the full game all the way. But at the same time, totally
No,
fine.
I get that.
He
I'm gonna get
understand.
that.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest with you. That does kind of throw me a little concern. Razor questioning me in the chat. God damn, you can't Razor. Now you really got knocked the I love Razor to death. But no, just thinking like I did lock that in though. Plus 105. What I got it at. I think you maybe get plus 110 too. So I'm definitely going. I already had this in my mind. I'm parlaying our teams today, bro. Putting them in the pocket
Mm.
straight. I'm parlaying them up. Hey, hey, it's gonna be a great fucking game, man. It's gonna be a great fucking game. It's gonna be definitely a great fucking game. It's for sure going down in the books. I think both of these teams are gonna be locked in. And we just talked about your team and let's hop in the chat before we go into my team. G5 was the first one up in here. Shout out to him. Definitely, bro. Appreciate you. You definitely will be gifted one of those memberships there once I figure out how to gift them. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. Jimmy Gomez, my dog said morning try. Blessed to you, my dog. You already know. EQ up in here, say top of the morning. And G5 is sending us right into the next game saying Falcons money line. Shout out to you, bro. EQ also says, "Hi, damn, both of your hometowns going at it." Yeah, interesting enough. We talk about it every week. Of course, this is called the script. And then the perfect rotation, man. I thought you had a face tat. Well, that's funny as hell, bro. Oh no, I don't got no face tat, man. I'm a better looking motherfucker, bro. Definitely not gonna put nothing on my face like that. Golly. I might get a neck tat though. I ain't gonna lie. I might do if I get like hella blasted on my chest and shit. Obviously, we're gonna do a lot lower first. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's the closest I'll go, probably. Yeah, that's weird. That was a weird question. And then kind of like Ridley over 5.5 receptions. I always like Ridley over 5.5 receptions. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. And honestly, if
Mhm.
you really thinking about that, I did have that up over the last few weeks. Let me see here. I did have that up. Damn. Here it is. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Ridley. Damn. I just had that shit up. And I got so many. Okay, here it is. 9. And so he had 9 receptions, 123 yards, and just 2 touchdowns. That's over the last 4 weeks. If you think about that being into what it is for the season, if you add what it is for the season, I think it's like 42 for the season, 500, 574. I think you got a better chance of maybe taking the rushing of the yard. He's a more of a yards type of guy. You know what I'm saying? But I like his stuff in regards to the more like a narrative base. I like taking his type of shit with a narrative base. So I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say on that game right there. I'm gonna get into the chat a little bit longer. Shout out to y'all though, but I'm gonna also shout out to this chat right here. He said he wanted a way to go with Christian Kirk yards. I like Christian Kirk yards too, bro. I mean, if you're really thinking about both of these teams, man, gotta be like an over type game. Both teams score first quarter over. This total at 48. It's pretty high. And I mean, it's not super high, but for this year, it is kind of high. You know what I'm saying? These totals like
Mhm.
32 and a half, 32 and a half and shit. But yeah, so let's go into this next game. No, LJ, I'll kick it right to you, then I'll let you and I'll break down the rest. But Atlanta at the house, CJ Stroud is now gonna be not CJ Stroud, I'm tripping. What the fuck?
Tyler
Desmond
Henry.
Desmond Ritter, actually.
He's back.
Desmond Ritter is back. He's going to be the starting quarterback in
Oh.
this game. Tyler Heineke has a hamstring. He's injured there. so he's not going to
Oh.
play. They haven't won since Tyler Heineke was announced to fucking starter anyway, so it's not no big deal. And this Falcon team against the division is 2-0. That's the only fuck. Both of these teams suck. They're both two
Hmm.
and eight ATS. I mean, if you really want to be technical, it could be 2-7-1 for the New Orleans, but that's depending on wherever you got the line. But it's 2-8 ATS so far this year, right? For both of these
Hmm.
teams. The only two games that the fucking Falcons covered was both in the division. That's it. So they pretty good in the division, and this is a division game. So I like that alone for the Falcons. But on top of that, you're gonna obviously get an edge to the New Orleans Saints because they got the better ideal type guys. Now, bad enough, they do have Michael Thomas that was uh IR'd recently. They do have that going for them. Derek Carr sucks. Jameis Winston sucks. So whoever's out there, that's gonna suck. Matt Sean Lattimore was just uh ankled his ankles. He's on the IR now too. So they just got him IR as of yesterday. And then I think Miller, the backup running back, he's out in this game. So they're down a running back, down a starting cornerback, and then they're down a wide receiver, a starting wide receiver as well. So they down a few key guys for sure. And they may be having Jeremy Graham issues here. Who cares a fuck about that? Because their main tight end is their best quarterback. And, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
what's the boy name? Taysom Hill. So that's their best option right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so it is what it is there. So that is kind of in their bad pocket. The actual the Falcons, their injury report outside of Taylor Heineke is not that bad. I mean, obviously that's a big thing, but again, we haven't won with Taylor Heineke, so I'm not going to even say we really missed this motherfucker. Like it is what it is at this point. We just need AW here. This is where the this is where the season matters here. This is where people get fired next week or a couple of days afterwards. It's about this game right here. So if you don't win this game, buddy, you really might be fucking going. You know who I'm talking about, Arthur Smith. So honestly, it's Desmond Ritter or bust for you, bro. And I hate to say it, but I honestly think you're gonna win today. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think you're gonna win today. You're gonna save yourself. And again, it's kind of helping them out on the injury report. David Amiata, one of the defensive linemen they signed over the offseason, he's gonna be hitting there. They need that presence for sure on that side. Since they lost Grady Jarrett, they presence haven't been really felt too much on the line like it normally was with them in the lineup. So I like that David is coming back. And I like that the kicker is going to be probable too and cool, even though he be bullshitting and fucking it up. I do like that he is going to be locked in there as well. So I think it's a little bit positive, mostly for the Falcons on that side of the ball, on that side of the thing, as far as the injury report. And then that being said, here, I really think that this is the real reason why I had the Falcons to win the division, and I'm doubling down on the shit now. I've
Mm.
already had these guys to win the division at plus 225, I believe, or 245, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of those. And my reasoning was is that they are better than this team here. This is the two teams that's battling. There's not a coincidence that we're one game behind them. We have the chance to get ahead, and we are at home. So we do play these guys later on. It's gonna be later on down the season. We might even lock in the damn shit by then because the next week they play I think they play the Colts, if I'm not mistaken. The next oh no, I'm sorry. The next week they play Detroit. Then they play Carolina. Then they play the Giants. Then it gets still cheap though for them. So it's still cheap for them though because they got the Rams and then Tampa Bay. But I think they have issues with Detroit. They have issues with the Rams, and they have issues with Tampa Bay. So if they do, when they do meet us on that last game, it's going to be a bigger case for them, I think, rather than it is for us. I think we're going to be able to kick our feet up a little bit more than they are. So I think that they have more of a trouble spot. We got to win this game though to make that trouble. You know what I mean? If they don't win there, then we're gonna be looking crazy at the last game. No cap, because it's gonna be there on their turf and we're going to be really needing that game. And I don't think we're gonna win that game, and that be for sure the time I'm hedging and fading against it. But in this spot, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. And this is why I say that I think that the Desmond Ritter effect alone brings more familiarity to the damn offense. And that's honestly it's honestly unfortunate here, but I think the games back, being able to watch somebody else go out there, now that you know that your life, your livelihood, and everything that could be is not happening for you. That's the type of motivation I'm trying to put my money on. I think that Desmond Ritter in that spot, I know he suck ass. Don't don't worry about that. I think that we're gonna have a lot of things on the line here. You got a desperate coach and a desperate quarterback with a team that getting defensive guys back, along with going up against a rival game at the house. They got all the stars out today for the Falcons. It's gonna be really like black excellence out there, Brian. Don't worry about it. They gonna win this fucking game. Desmond Ritter wins at the house, especially here against the division. I'm taking the shot here, man. I'm going against the grain all the time. I know it's gonna be a lot of love for the damn Saints today. I know it's gonna be a lot of love, but I'm right here with my boy G5. We taking the motherfucking money line, and we gonna parlay it with the damn Texans too. But we're gonna take a straight bet with the money line here with the Falcons plus 110. It's only right. What you think about it?
I ain't mad at you, man. I'm not going to take it. But if the Falcons can run the ball, I mean, they should be in control of the game. I'm not a fan of Ritter, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to expect from him. But y'all at home. And not to mention, I threw a nice nugget out on my show earlier. Kyle Pitts, man, anytime touchdown, I believe is active today because the Saints allowed, I think, 5 different tight ends to score a touchdown on them this year. So that may be a live prop, Kyle Pitts. But other than that, man, I'm not mad at just Falcons winning the game. You say they 2-0 against the spread versus the division. So
In the division, yes, sir.
yeah, I might as well keep riding. I know they start off slow because they only 2-8 against the spread in the first half. So
They weak.
they can
Yeah,
start
they
off
weak.
fast. Yeah, they can start off fast, man. Hey, anything's possible, but I'm not making anything official. Like I said, Kyle Pitts a strong lean, but other than that, I ain't got nothing for this game because I don't know what to expect. Both these teams coming off a bye too, right? So
Both teams coming off a bye, so there's
yeah,
no rest advantage or rest. There's no rest advantage for either
yeah,
team. Teams coming off a bye. And with
but
equal rest, the Saints are 1-5-1. Falcons are 2-6. Again, the only two games that they fucking covered was against the division already. So this is their first meeting with the damn Saints. Um, I like that. I like that. Honestly, I wasn't expecting you not to be on full game already on the Texans, but I kind of like that you don't like the Falcons. I ain't gonna lie. That makes me. I ain't gonna lie. My boy said, "My look, I think I'm just going up against. I'm just going up against. We just head up today, and I could be on the wrong side here, Razor, or we could go 1-1, or somebody gonna get spanked. It don't matter, man. All I know is that at the end of the day, me and Razor are gonna feed our kids. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of the day. At the end of the day, they gonna get fed for sure, so it don't even matter. But I do believe that both teams, man, both dogs at the house in their division, high stakes playoff games. Run them, man. Run them. I'm parlaying them up too,
hmm
bro. Run them up, man. Just don't worry about it. So yeah, those are my first two plays that I do. I'm locking them in as we play. I didn't put the Falcons in yet, but I already locked in the Texans plus 105, and I got the Falcons right now plus 110, and we are going to lock that uh parlay plus 331 with the parlay there too. Say no more. All right, there. So
say
that's
no
how we rock with
more.
yeah, say no more. There you go, right there. All right, so what you want to go next, LJ? What you want to go next, bro? How you feeling, man?
Um, I really didn't have a lot today, Wham, to be honest with you. I had Houston, I dived into that one. This Ram and Cardinals game is pretty interesting. I believe the Cardinals can probably cover versus the Rams, man. Kyler Murray back in the lineup. They
Right.
play better at home than they do on the road, so that's an
Mhm.
advantage that they have. But the turnovers, man, 6 turnovers in the last 3 games. If he cannot turn the ball over, man, I believe that they have a chance to win this game. But that's just something interesting I dove into. And the Browns and the Broncos, Browns on the road, their team total has gone over 8 out of their last 10 games. So you can look at the Browns team total to go over. And you also can look at this one, Miles Garrett, man.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson has been sacked in every single game going back to last season. And Miles Garrett has like 7 or 8 sacks in like the last 5 games, somewhere around there, bro. He's been sacking the quarterback a lot. So you can look for him to get a sack today. You can even parlay it with Chris Jones' sack for the Kansas City Chiefs because I think he's had a sack like in the last 4 games as well. So those are just some things to look at for as props.
I like that.
Philadelphia and Buffalo. I'm
How
looking for
many sacks you
Philadelphia
think
to win the
he's
game.
getting today? Because if he has 2 sacks today, it's plus 250.
Who?
Miles Garrett.
I would take that. I would take 2 sacks.
What about
Yes.
Zadarius Smith? If he gets a sack, it's plus 150. I think Zadarius got a chance too.
Yeah,
What was
he
the
has a
last time he
chance
got a
to.
sack? What was his last
I
sack
don't know.
on?
You have to
I'll
look that
pull
one
that
up.
up. Zadarius. Let me pull it up, bro. Let me see. Sacks. It's only right. He's average. He got 2.5 sacks this year. So very smooth. Last few, he got one on the 12th. Well, he got a half one on the 12th. He got 1 sack against Carolina. So yeah. All right. And you said I like the Miles Garrett there. So yeah, I'm my
Yeah.
fault, bro. I just went blank right there. I'm got some good gas right here, man. You know, cat with y'all. Okay. Shout out to my dog G5 up in here, man. And then Razor said 100%, 100. He said he's seen the kids eating good too because he's seen the back seat. Yeah, my kids be fucking up the back seat, bro. That was a rental too. So I've been actually keeping my new car kind of clean, Razor. I'm kind of hoping that's the case. Shout out to G5 though. I think that Browns Broncos is a very tight game,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to see the rookie going up there and winning the game, even with the high altitude, of course, and the great defense there. Broncos money line. Ooh, he said Broncos
Ooh,
money line.
I don't know. Cleveland
Damn,
defense is
I
solid.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but at the same time, I understand what you're saying. DTR, yeah, man, I wouldn't
So
expect him to
look,
win that game either. But I think
why can't
Ford
we
get the
just go back?
touchdown. I like Ford to get a touchdown in that game. What do I'm about to pull up the RB stats for Denver, but while I do that, go ahead with your thoughts, bro.
No, I was just gonna say, well, why don't we go back to the money train? Baltimore, first quarter. They're 9-2 against the spread in the first quarter over the Chargers tonight, Sunday night football. I think that's a good play right
Nah,
there.
you ain't talking about nothing right there. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We ain't even get there yet, but that's where we're going. For
Yeah.
sure. That's where we're gonna go. Touchdowns though, no, they haven't really I mean, obviously they gave up 5 touchdowns to the Dolphins that one game, but other than that game, obviously the defense has been known to be a little bit stingier now. Um, they have been a little bit more stingier, but I think that this is a game where you kind of know that they're running. So the things that are going to catch you off guard isn't going to be the runs, but the effective things are still going to be the runs, if that makes sense. So I feel like they can have spicy offense for the Browns, like something that G5 is kind of alluding to. Like it's hard to see the rookie going up there winning the game, but the sneaky and what makes it spicy is that the rookie going up there making plays. And those plays will be more so those bootleg throws, maybe some screen plays, things that just get the ball moving that's outside of running because that's what they're going to expect. But the fact of the matter is, I still think that Ford is going to get a touchdown because when you think about this team, this just the makeup of this shit. And him being like really that only running back that they got, you know what I'm saying? I know they got Kareem Hunt, but they show you all the time that, they'll give it to Ford down there in the red zone. So I like Ford today at plus 150. I think plus 175, plus 180 at some spots. So I think that maybe making my card there. I'm not saying that is making my card, but I'm not making that official on the show like I did those other ones. But this one, I got a good chance of making that one official once I talk to my dogs on the Discord. And again, once I think the playoff starts, I'm gonna do more Discord. I'm gonna do a Discord stream during the shows and shit. But for right now, I'm trying to figure that shit out once I start the Discord and all that stuff. But yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I feel about that one. But yeah, man. What else? What else, LJ? Because that makes sense though, bro. I did want to talk about Ford. I'm glad you brought that up. I did want to talk about Ford touchdown.
Hmm.
What else
His
you thinking,
favorite.
bro? Oh, you know what? I do want to talk about this bum fight, bro, on the East Coast, man. Shout out to all y'all East Coast fans that don't have, red zone or don't have like the NFL ticket and shit like that because you have to watch the New England Patriots, New York Giants game today. Shame on them. They should definitely give y'all some alternates. Go down south at least or something. Fuck, golly, like I gotta watch that shit. I don't even want to talk about it. I just want to talk about them. Like, y'all, man,
Man, that total is under
really,
33. I think
really,
that's the lowest number to
we
this
really feel
season.
bad for y'all, man. We really feel bad for y'all, bro. No cap.
Okay, Razor.
Now,
Jazz
Razor
money line.
definitely. All y'all gotta do if y'all fading me, y'all with Razor. If y'all fading Razor, y'all with me. So it's all good. Y'all gonna be with one of us if y'all on either side of this damn game, or y'all might be on both of us, and y'all might go 2-0 by fading both of us on each game. Doing it that way, I don't know.
For
I
real,
don't know.
right?
Pick right, bitch. No, I was playing. Shout out to my dog Razor, man. I hope you lose today, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I hope you lose, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie. I
man.
couldn't say something nice. Like I said, our kids go eat though. So that's all the thing nice I can say. Our kids will eat. One thing we will say, our kids will eat for sure. All right, so enough of the funny shit. Let's go into what I was going to say next. Damn, I just went blank, bro. All right. Oh yeah, so I talked a little bit about that Carolina, and I honestly didn't get your opinion there because you wasn't here when I started talking about it. That game was the most interesting to me outside of the two games, and outside of the game that we talked about with the Ford prop. But the early games, I don't really want nothing to do with the Bengals. Like I said, the
Mm-mm.
bum fight with the Patriots. We already talked about Houston and Atlanta. But this
Hmm.
game is really interesting to me because it's the Panthers going up against the Titans. You got Ryan Tannehill coming back, and you got the Panthers. They got a lot of guys all IR now, and JC Horns for sure official now, and all these other guys just they out on the defense. And then like you got them 3.5 dogs on the road. They just pretty much in fetal position, right? Like, bro, they in fetal position here. And you got a team that got a quarterback back. They don't got to deal with Will Levis no more, even though he hurt. But they got Tannehill coming back, so they don't got to deal with him no more. Then you do have, I think the wide receiver Burks is going to be out for Tennessee, but you still got those guys on that other side. You finally get Hopkins, I think, striding. He's been beating coverages every week. His production hasn't always looked there, but he's been doing good on his end. The ball hasn't been coming to him as much in a fast manner. So I think that's going to improve with Tannehill too. So I kind of want to isolate him. I didn't mention that earlier. Kind of want to isolate him. So maybe I do that. But to be honest with you, is this a smack city spot for the Titans? Like the Titans should just smack them up here, or am I like not seeing the uh the malarkey here with this Panthers and the Panthers pretty much like sneak attack this shit, and the Tennessee sucks, like right, like what I'm saying, like we just really like let everything cease fire here that these guys are weak. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
not good. So at the end of the day, they could just it could fall flat like that. So I don't know, but I did say like if I was to think that higher edge here is probably thinking just prop base and saying that the improvement on quarterback is going to improve the props for Hopkins. So whatever we've been seeing lately is not going to be what it is today because he's going to not only have a secondary that's tampered with injuries, but he is getting an improvement with the quarterback. So it's a higher edge value for us to just stick with the prop rather than I think going here with that 3.5, especially because it's a hook too. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe they only win by 3 and shit. Like, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. So maybe I'm overthinking it, but maybe that's the way I should go here. I don't know. The more I'm talking about it, that's probably the way I do is just go Hopkins here. Not sure if it's yards or touchdown or anything like that. Even though he has been scoring touchdowns lately, maybe it is touchdown there, but we'll see here. But what do you think, LJ, in that first game here that we get with that Titans game?
I think a lot of dose of Derrick Henry, just because Carolina is like the worst team in the NFL, giving up the rushing yards. I believe it's what 146 rushing yards on the road. So that's a lot of rushing yards to give up. And Derrick Henry, he's primed to have a good day. If you got fantasy, put him in your fantasy. And also, Carolina has allowed 9 running backs to score a touchdown throughout the season. So Derrick Henry anytime touchdown also is a sharp look today, because I believe that's the only thing the Tennessee Titans can actually do. I mean, I like Hopkins, but I don't know how effective him and the quarterback going to be. Carolina has a decent pass defense, not to say it's immaculate, but it's hard to pass on them. You can run on them. So I think Derrick Henry should be the game plan, and the field goal kicker, Nick Folk, over one and a half
Mm,
field goals. Because if the Tennessee Titans are going to score, they're going to have to kick field goals because they ain't scoring touchdowns for the most part. So over one
right.
and a half field goals, Nick Folk, Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown is probably my top looks in that game.
Yeah, something is telling me that you're all the way on point right there. They're averaging 1.3 rushing touchdowns or touchdowns to not rushing touchdowns to running backs there 1.3 a week. Last 2 weeks they both gave up touchdowns there too. I think both starting running backs there, and Deontay Foreman, Tony Pollard. Yeah, so even prior to that, the other, well, the Dolphins, they got it. And of course, the Dolphins running backs, they get everybody, bro. So it is what it is. And even Montgomery got one. Gibbs,
Yeah.
I think Gibbs got one. Not Gibbs got one. But yeah, man. So I think you're right on point with that, and I'm gonna circle that and put that here in the notes too, bro. I always be forgetting to write down the Henry ATD, and then I already got that Hopkins selected down, so we solid there. So yeah, man, that's kind of where I want to go with the action, bro. We've been locked in on here for 48 minutes. I'll recap the plays that I did make. I didn't make any slides or anything, y'all. So sorry for that. But if you really
Yeah.
watching this and you actually are listening to what we're talking about, you know exactly what and why we like what we are on. And I am on the Falcons. Again, I think that everything is just in line for these guys to win today. And it don't make sense paper wise. It won't make sense. The only thing that will make sense is that they already done it in the division 2-0 straight up and
Mhm.
ATS in the division for the Falcons. Outside of that, you could only just poke and make fun of how bad the Saints are. We aren't going to do that. We're just going to tell you they're going to win and cover today. So give me the Falcons to win. And then also, I'm on the Texans. My dog said first half. I'm saying full game. I think CJ Stroud breaks the little pretty heart of the CJ of the pretty boy sunshine on the other side for the Jaguars. He did it for the actual kid over there in Cincinnati. Took his heart out. He gonna do it again for another man over there down south in Jacksonville. Gonna take his heart out again, and they gonna have no way of chances of getting back to the playoffs after this win. So I do like this look a lot with the Texans full game as well. So I got that at plus 105. You get plus 110 somewhere as well. So you can get plus 110 on that one. But other than that, that is the only ones that. Oh yeah, then we also I parlayed those two as well. Did lock in a parlay for half a unit plus 331 on that as well. So we'll win a little bit more than a unit on that. So shout out to my dog LJ. What do you think, bro? Anything that you want to highlight? Any plays that you talked about already on your show? I tried to send a link in the chat your the prop show that you did. But anything you want to talk about? Anything else that you want to highlight, bro? Before we get up out of here.
Nah, man, we hit on everything that I'm officially on for the most part. Early Texans, first half for sure. Also have a Dalton Schultz anytime touchdown. He's had a touchdown the last four
Oh
home
yeah,
games, so
hell
I'm
yeah.
believing he'll get a touchdown. And also Evan Ingram, over 4.5 receptions on the other side for Jacksonville. He had 7 receptions versus us the last game earlier in the season, and I think he's hit that number 7 out of 10 games. We have a problem covering the tight end. Not to say that he's a threat or a scoring wise, but to get catches, it's at 4.5. I think he could get 5 because the tight end last week for the Cardinals he had 5, and I think the last 2 tight ends that we played before that also had over 5 receptions. So Evan Ingram
Mm.
over 4.5 receptions is a good look as well in that game. But I'm on the Texans first half for sure. I'm on New England and the Giants under 33.5. Man, I know it's a low number, but both these teams score under 15 points a game. Like that's just
Right.
ridiculous. So under 33.5, man, it's gonna have to be a bet for me. And later, like I told you, Sunday night football, Baltimore, first quarter. 8 9 and 2 against the spread in the first quarter, man. Let's keep cash with them Ravens in the first quarter, man. So those are probably my 3 sharpest looks for today. If I just come out
Nice.
top of my head.
Nice. And I like that Baltimore first quarter just as much as you, my brother. It's only right. I might even be at that damn game because I don't know what I'm doing later on today.
Uh-oh.
So it
Uh-oh.
is what it is there. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the chat. Again, man, I love y'all to death. Flea Math is up in here. Let's get this money. You already know. Messing around with this teaser parlay, the team to lose by more than 17 and a half, parlaying whichever against beat the juice that number. Okay, okay, okay. I like your strategy, my boy. I like your strategy. Shout out to G5, Razor Sharp Picks, perfect rotation. Jimmy Gomez, my dog Joey Herb, Harb. He said and the over. I feel you on that one too. Shout out to y'all though, man. We're gonna be up in here again a little bit later on. Other than that, y'all catch me and LJ here again Sunday. I'll be back with the NBA and the Cup. And then you'll see me on Ski Channel on Tuesday. And then also catch my dog LJ on Rodworth's podcast. You can also catch him on Who-Bangin Sports Talk every Sunday here. You can catch him on Pub Sports. We'll also be on the Sesh on Monday tomorrow. We'll be doing it all up, man. Shout out to Nut Flush up in the chat. Shout out to Gerald Jones up in the chat, man. We love y'all to death, man. Until next time, peace.